Here we go. This happened again. Don't worry though, that's us fixed now. So, we are starting off here with some Ring of Honor, wrestling's finest. So I didn't get to build up to it as much as what I wanted to. I thought that we had an extra week on it, and that's why the build up doesn't really feel complete for this pay-per-view. But it's okay, don't worry about it. We will be able to put together a decent we've put together a very good card here. Now there isn't much angles involved, and that's simply because I think that pay-per-views shouldn't be filled with angles. I think it should be about the wrestling. But yes, we need to put in our, where will we be having this event? We can get 10,000 fans out here. That is fantastic in the tri-state area. Let's have a look here, and if we can get 10,000 fans to come out in any other area, then we will go for there. But right now we are going tri-state. So 10,000 fans we need. Oh, I apologize for that. 10,000. I don't want any less than 10,000. No, so we will go with a generic venue. Hopefully that will bring out 10,000 fans, and I think that we're ready to go then. Let's run the show. Yes. Okay, so we start off with an angle featuring Adam Cole where we see him vacate the Alliance of Honor Pure title whenever he won the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. We see him drop that title in the middle of the ring, and that is to sort of recap for the next match, which, by the way, I wanted to do a ladder match for the match for this title, but unfortunately we can't defend the we can't put the ROH Pure title on the line in the ladder match because of one of the networks. So I'm going to be looking at getting a better network, and again that just went off. I apologize. So we go to our next match, and we get a 65-minute match. Not too bad. Ricochet was head and shoulders above everyone else with an 87 rating. That is fantastic. He went up against Frankie Kazarian and Pentagon Jr. And about it had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Ricochet defeated Frankie Kazarian and Pentagon Jr. In 13 minutes 51 seconds. When Ricochet defeated Pentagon Jr. by pinfall with a chocolate rain, Ricochet is now the ROH Pure Champion. So I did want to give this title to Pentagon Jr. I decided in the end, but unfortunately we weren't able, just because he would be defending it more often, because sometimes the price of the wrestler comes into consideration when the AI is looking to put the title on the line, especially an Alliance title. More so an Alliance title than any other title. And unfortunately Ricochet, actually, whenever I got him on the low one, actually had a creative control clause in his contract, so yeah, we just gave it to him. But he'll pull up the prestige to that title. Not a bad match to start off the show. 65 rated, so I'm happy enough with that. Frankie Kazarian again, I need to get that gimmick changed. So yeah, we'll go on to the next segment then, and it's the Women's Championship match, and we actually have, in her first ever defense of the title in the rematch, in Beth Phoenix's rematch for her title that she lost at Final Battle, I've decided to put over Beth Phoenix again and get her to take the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. And the reason why I did this is because, by the way, that was in 8 minutes. She wins by pinfall after hitting the Grand Slam. The reason why I did this was because Nicole Matthews was bringing the prestige of the title down, so I want to get that prestige back up. And what we're going to do here with Beth Phoenix, the story is that Nicole Matthews, that Beth Phoenix was just so good that she was able to get it back straight away in a rematch. So we're gonna make this into a trilogy. So we'll put that into the anniversary show, and Nicole Matthews will have her rematch. And we'll sort of make it into a trilogy match, trilogy set of matches. So Nicole Matthews, Beth Phoenix, and then we will save that. Okay. So yes, 68 rated in-ring performance for Beth Phoenix and a 60 for Nicole Matthews. So not too bad at all, and a 64 rated match overall. So given that, hopefully we could maybe go near the 80s with this show. So we go to our next segment here. Maybe not actually after this match, and we see a 57 rated match as Noam Dar takes on Moose and Cedric Alexander in a triple threat match for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. So in 17 minutes, Noam Dar actually defeats Cedric Alexander by submission. Whenever he does so, he makes defense number 3 of his Ring of Honor World Television title. Now Noam Dar carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, 53 rated in-ring performance, 52. That's for Cedric Alexander, 52 for Moose, and a 73 in-ring performance for Noam Dar. The World TV storyline has been continued, so we can modify that and bring in a couple different names into that. So we will see how that goes. 57 rated match, as I said. Noam Dar carried the match. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't as good as what I liked it to be. If it was maybe in the 60s, I could have seen us getting near a 80 rating overall. But we go on to the next segment and we see a 73 rated match. So maybe we can pull this back up to near hand the 80s mark. I'm not sure. But in a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Drew Galloway defeated Mark Briscoe in 16 minutes by pinfall. Now, this was essentially a grudge match, this one, and this was Mark Briscoe being like, I want to be able to beat Drew Galloway, and I think this was actually the third match that he had that chance to try and do it, and he couldn't do it. Drew Galloway beat him once again, but, you know, that's okay, because we will move Mark Briscoe on, and we will give him wins, because I actually like Mark Briscoe more than what I like Jay Briscoe personally. Although I do think that Jay Briscoe is a fantastic performer. But I can't remember if I fired Jay Briscoe if I let his contract run out. And you know what might be a good idea is maybe seeing if we can bring him back in to maybe team him up with Mark Briscoe. But the only and make the Briscoe brothers. But the only problem with that is him having a negative influence in the locker room. But Mark Briscoe's 86 mm performance and a 77 mm performance for Drew Galloway, and yeah, pretty decent match in my opinion. I quite enjoyed that one. So we go on. Well, I'd say enjoyed that, but I enjoy the rating of that match. We go on to see Jay Lethal go up against Brian Cage. This is Jay Lethal's rematch for the Alliance of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, and in a match that goes the distance, going 24.5 minutes, Brian Cage actually defeats Jay Lethal by pinfall after Brian Cage hits the total eclipse, and he makes defense number 1 of his Alliance of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, an 82 rated in-ring performance for Jay Lethal, and a 73 for Brian Cage. Brian Cage has, well, that's not my job to change his gimmick, because that, I believe, is his last match here. Maybe he'll have one more and we can put somebody over. against him, I'm not sure, but that's 72 rating, not too bad in my opinion. So we move on then to an 81 rated match. Fantastic match here as Kenny King takes on Ibushi, and this here was essentially a grudge match as well. What happened here was we had Kenny King sort of be like, why is everybody talking about Ibushi? You should be talking about me, sort of like that idea. And he challenges Ibushi to a match. Ibushi comes out and he kicks his ass in a very good match that goes 21 minutes 41 seconds. Kota Ibushi defeats Kenny King by pinfall after hitting a golden star press. 81 rating, as I said. Absolutely delighted with that. 77 in-ring performance and an 84 in-ring performance for Kota Ibushi. I'm happy with I'm happy with that, and that's probably a storyline that we can end now and move them both on. Maybe give Kenny King a win, and obviously Kota Ibushi will continue his winning ways. I believe he's unbeaten so far, so maybe if we continue to take him unbeaten for another month or so, maybe we can give him a title match at the World TV Championship. Let's move on though to a 79 rated match. Absolutely phenomenal matches here. As we see Beer Money defend their World Tag Team Championships against War Machine. We have a match that goes just under 21 minutes that had superb wrestling and good heat. Beer Money defeats War Machine. James Storm defeated Ray Rule by pinfall. Beer Money make defense number 6 of the World Tag Team Championships. Now with War Machine, we are going to continue to push them. They have, in terms of their momentum, they have a rocket strapped to the back. They really do. I think that maybe apart from Beer Money, I think they are the most. They have the best momentum behind them, and I want to continue that going forward. That's an in-ring performance of 100 for both Bobby Roode and James Storm, a 74 for Hansen, and a 69 for Ray Rule. And at some point they will win those titles back. But that isn't right now, as Beer Money made defense number 6 of their title reign. So then we see Nigel McGuinness come out. He stands up from the commentary booth and he announces that Joe Koff has appointed him to be the on-screen authority figure, the on-screen commissioner for Ring of Honor Wrestling, and that he will be the one to make the booking decisions from here on in, and that recently Canadian Wrestling Elite was just bought over by Ring of Honor, and over the next few weeks or so there will be qualification matches for the Elite 8 tournament that will be taking place next month, and he announces this. So yeah, that's the sort of idea there. 73 rated angle here. Very, very happy with that. So let's move on now to our main event. 64 rated main event. Wow, that was bad. That's my fault there too. I put that down to be a steal the show, and I said it to be 27 minutes. So that's my bad there for setting it to go so long. 77 rated in-ring performance, and an 8 for Adam Cole, and an 88 in-ring performance for Alex Shelley. So if maybe we had that down to 20 minutes or so, we could have got that into the 80s, as both of these performances are phenomenal. But the match dragged at the end as it was too long for the workers to keep an all-out pace going. Fair enough, I didn't take stamina and stuff like that into consideration. That's my bad, but I think we still got a good show with it. Maybe a high 70s show, maybe 75. but I suppose we get 68 with it. I'll take that because I think I said it before in one of the last videos that what determines your higher rating is usually your main event. If you can, obviously all these here determine your rating as well, but if you could end it on a high rated main event, like for an example, if that was a 75 rated main event, that would be up there near the 80 mark. I am sure 80 mark, sorry, maybe 75 to 80 mark, and that's 80 mark, sorry. And that's just the way that it's determined. How I see a lot of the time it's determined, because if you can end a show good, it will be more memorable. And you test it out in real life. Go watch a wrestling show, and you will see that most likely, if they end that show well, you can forgive all the bullshit in the middle that maybe wasn't as good, but it increased our popularity in 8 regions. So right now we need to focus on the money, what we're bringing in, and I think that we built in and I think that we might have brought in a lot of money, and it was in front of 10,000 people. Huge show, absolutely huge show. So hopefully we can bring out more to the Elite 8 and the Anniversary show. But let's continue on. Would you like to? Nope, we want to make a speech. So let's go with let's see who had a good. You know what? BM Money deserve a high rate. They deserve something here. James Storm. So we will go ahead and compliment it, praise for a great performance, not compliment it for a good performance. And we will go with who else will we go with here? Maybe we go Kota Ibushi. Who's the standout performer? Ricochet was the standout performer down here, so we'll give him a we'll praise him. So let's make that speech. Bobby Roode seemed pleased, as did James Storm, as did Ricochet. So let's continue on, and yeah. But apparently you aren't, but it shouldn't take you too long to catch up, hopefully. So Ricochet left because of, obviously that was his deal thing, you know, that it's a one-time deal. Same as Pentagon Jr. Here we are. Michael Hutter, who is on our shortlist. Pay rate of buy rate of 0.15. That sounds really low. Wrestling's finest TV rating, because we're on STV. Okay, was only 0.1, but that's okay. So let's see. Okay, that wasn't bad of pay-per-view revenue, but I would rather have it higher. But then again, we didn't get to build it up to the pay-per-view full rate, and it wasn't the best of pay-per-view ratings, really. Let's have a look at our history. That is a rating of 68. And if we go back and look at, you know, Final Battle, which was 76, 76 for the Scotland show, 71 for Survival of the Fittest. Glory by Honor, we had an 80, so that's our most successful. All-Star Extravaganza was 78. Death Before Dishonor was a 70. So you can see how it was Japan was 61, so that's the worst one. Maybe no, Aftershock has to be the worst one. Best in the World was 66. War of the Worlds was, yeah. So you can sort of see the difference there, and really Blankage has one appearance theft, so we will bring him in at some point. But yeah, you can see the difference really in the quality compared to some of the other ones. So our next pay-per-view, which will be the Elite 8, will be a lot better, because that will be the 8 top guys in the company going against each other. ACH, we will give you money because I am going to be starting to push you a lot more. So we'll give you 2,000, and hopefully that'll make you. No, it won't. In fairness, you have been unhappy for a long time, so let's give you more money because we are in the position to do so, and you are very happy now. Well, happy now. Ethan, give cheeseburger. Let's give you money. A grand should do you. Yes, it does. And Ethan Gabriel Owens, quite frankly, I don't care enough about you. So yeah, let's have a look now at what we could. Let's go for Jay Briscoe here. Jay Briscoe. He's that's why he left. It was a bit. He got offered a betting deal from New Japan. I thought it was maybe because of him having a negative influence on the thing. I think on the locker room. I think that though we could have potentially offered him the contract, but we let him go because of the negative influence thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that really. You know, employment history. I would like to see how long's left on his contract, so whenever it comes to an end, we will go ahead and offer him that deal. So let's have a look here at our developmental territory. Who is performing better? Nope. Stevie Xavier, you are getting a lot better. We want your entertainment to come up though, I think. I mean, popularity wise, you getting up there. He's improving. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Success, get more popular. Shana, you are getting more popular as well. Satana God, how about you? Yeah, building up that pop. Kaylee Bear, again building up that pop. Caving, doing not too bad at all. Go away, people. Jervis Cottonbelly, building up that popularity, and yeah, Jack Gallagher is building up a little bit, so that is good. Jack Steen, not as high as what I would have hoped at this point. Jack Gallagher, 38. I'm not really a huge fan of Jack Gallagher, but I have an idea of what we can do with him. It's pretty much his gimmick now, the whole gentleman thing, so yeah. 42 pop in the tri-state area for Harv Shearer, and a 42 as well for his brother. Defy, how about you? Build up that higher body. Okay, let's close that down, and we will go in here and we will have a look at our titles. No title changes then? Nope. Nope. Okay, so yeah, we'll have a look at what the last show was here. So if we can see the history, we can. So what would have been there? Jack Gallagher defeated Jack Steen. That's a shame because I want Jack Steen to be pushed more. The Iron Man defeated Aya Devi and Sir Jervis. That's a strange mix of a team. Go Shield defeated Stevie Xavier, so hopefully he gets a title match from that. And that's Girl Shield. Her Shield goes up against Davey Blaze and defeats him. Not bad Shield-Wins, you know, pretty decent Shield-Wins. Jervis Cottonbelly defeated Aya Defy. Shana defeated Yazugawa. I can never pronounce that. Davey Blaze defeats Kering, and Harv Shield defeats Stevie Xavier. So hopefully there are title matches that come from that. So we will keep an eye on that, and maybe we will see them. We will maybe see them property of SBG TV network. I thought that if you started off as the owner, that took away anybody that owned it. Apparently not. But yeah, going well actually. It's going quite well. I'm pretty happy with how it's going at the minute. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video here, and we're going to be building up 2 pay-per-views at once here, because we have the anniversary show, then we have the Elite 8 tournament. So yeah, it'll be might be a little bit tricky, although we can integrate some of those matches in with each other, if that made any sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and stop recording now.